And we are underway. The Saints varsity team now going to be on the pitch. Do not get Spoods 18, I believe going to be Spoods in a different name. They're Christian and I believe Ramen to round out that varsity roster against this UdeM, University of Montreal, or de Montreal. I think it's one of the club teams or that secondary team. Nonetheless, though, they have a lot of talent at that school. This series should be an absolute banger.
Yeah, on that other side, ZWFU Mike, or Mini Citron there, actually going to find some contention in the middle, and then Zest, of course, like you pointed out. That's a solid, like, four-letter name there, right?
Just quality.
Short and sweet, gets to the point. Christian grabs it in the middle. A lot of airplay in this game so far, just floaters until someone grabs it, clears it back out. There's a contestation towards the middle. I'm gonna call him Flu here. That's gonna be
good call.
Quicker one for some of these calls. There's the demo from Flu as well. Pops it down towards the middle. Is a follow-up good from Zest. Comes through. Great save from Spoods, though. Sets him up right there.
Oh.
Christian to the corner. Mini Citron back out to the center. No one to follow up. Spoods wanting to play that defense game instead, taking that safer play. Probably the better option, too. But, you know, I'm always going to encourage aggressive plays here on the stream.
Of course, we have to. Saints so far, though, trying to get off this back foot, trying to get some of their own aggression going. This UdeM squad has pretty much lived on this orange side of the pitch. Now can the Saints get that counterattack going? Spood's going to stop that one for Ramen. The follow. What a beautiful play from Mini Citron, though, driving up the back of the net there, knowing where that shot was going to come through. That second touch now going to be found to that far side corner. Christian, first man to the ball. Can the follow get there? Flu going to be the first one there, back the other way. Christian in front of the net. Nice little touch. Going to be kicked away there by Mini Citron. Ramen going to find that demo over onto Zest. Try to get that man advantage going. Christian and Spoods. Two-man game in the crease here. Christian to Spoods. Back to Christian. Not going to be good. Ramen's here for the follow. And a beautiful angle right between the defense. Ramen going to pick one up on the board there. And Varsity gets on the board first.
Quick little pop-off from the boys there on the stage. 1, 2, 3. Everybody involved in that goal coming in. Making that first goal. Breaking that ice here in game one. Now going to be up 1-0. Montreal gonna have to answer back soon.
Ooh, Christian trying to flex a little bit with that flip reset, gonna get that ball down the middle. He's been really good at it the last few months. So, and as we said, we always want those aggressive plays. We want the flashy plays, especially when you get a 1 or 2 goal lead in this best of 3. You know, you got to show off a little bit for this Canadian weekend tournament. Christian and Ramen trying to get something going in that offensive zone. Spoods going to be there for the follow. A little bit of boost still to play with. Going to try to get the reset. UdeM going to make a nice read. Christian, though, going to keep this ball in that blue side for the time being. Ramen now going to take to the skies as well. Now the Saints starting to put a little more of that pressure and playing on that front foot.
Yeah, they're playing great just containment here in this second half, or in this other half, this Montreal half here.
Oh, the bump.
Christian, can you follow up on the ball? No. 2 defenders, but Spoods can follow up on that ball. Locked in 2-0 now, 2:05 left on the clock. St. Clair playing a very solid game here. Just keep it in that zone. Keep it out of your zone as much as possible, and those goals will come eventually. Just make those smart shots, play those smart rotations. Like, they're almost playing a war of attrition here up against UdeM. Just slow and steady wins that race, and it is showing out for the Saints here right now.
Yeah, Spoods and Ramen trying to get something going there. Now Christian going to be there to make that save. The demo's going to be good, though, and that net is wide open. Zest going to answer that call, finds that goal. A great play from UdeM, going to get right back in that game. Christian, nice little save, but when you have that offensive crash, all it takes, one demo, one bump, net is wide open. And just like that, 1 goal game, just under 2 to play.
Yeah, what seemed very ahead for the Saints. Now, after one good drive here, one good shot from UdeM, it's all changed. We know how quick 1 goal can go by in Rocket League. There's the demo from Christian. Flew down, set up towards the middle of the net, rides the goal line, makes it out towards the other corner. Citron, great save there in net. Just keep it out. Keep it out. That's the name of the game here for UdeM right now. Do not want to let the Saints get comfortable back in this blue zone. A floater from the skies. 2 players converge, and the shot's good from the corners. Spoods is a sniper today.
Yeah, great job cycling that ball to get chance after chance. Christian, a beautiful job to just find a little bit of that ball. Splits the defense. Spoods going to walk that one right down the middle, and if you're going Saints got to feel good about that one. You increase this lead back to 2. You put yourself firmly in that driver's seat. Now you only have a little bit less than 2 minutes to kill, but they look like they want to go for one more.
That's the thing. You bring that lead back. You chunk a good 50 seconds off of the clock. You're feeling good coming into this last minute, especially if Christian can follow up on that ball. It's going to ride through, but the demo comes in. Zest out of the play for a microsecond there as Spoods good to make that save in the air. Running out of boost, though. It's Ramen who grabs it. Follow up on this ball. The setup towards the middle. Christian in the air.
Oh,
Is
Christian.
That third player. Not going to come through. Saints still holding on to this lead. Christian, slow approaches on the net here, burning even more time. About to hit that 30-second mark.
Yeah, Christian maybe wasted 25 seconds playing with the ball and didn't have a single boost the entire time. Just driving in circles on the crease, seeing if anything's going to open up. Now Spood's going to send that one long. Maybe get a set up Ramen there. Second touch going to be found through. But the Saints, listen, they're just trying to play the clock. You can see that. The ball goes in the corner. They all just back off, let UdeM play the ball. Hey, we're about to take this 1-0 lead. We don't have to risk anything. We don't really need the extra goal. Sure, we would love to get it. We'd love to farm some Twitter clips and get a couple more goals on our stat sheet, but ultimately not going to matter in the end for them. Ramen just going to send that one back to this orange side ball. Touches down in just a moment or two. There it is. Game 1 in the books. Saints varsity takes out UdeM. Nice little shot of the boys on stage. We had the Call of Duty team and the Valorant team on camera. Now the Rocket League team finally getting a chance to show their faces.
Yeah, everyone on the broadcast about to get a lot more familiar with the roster of these teams coming in here. Gonna get used to seeing their faces around a lot more here on the broadcast. But yeah, game 1, solid Rocket League coming out of Saints varsity here. I mean, just keep it in that half. You had Spoods, you had Ramen pretty much playing that half that half field the entire game there, just swapping out on boost, making sure you're getting your rotations and refilling that. And for 2.5 minutes, it was just UdeM net. Not that many shots even came off. It was just constantly in their zone, and the time kept going down and down and down. We're about to get back onto the pitch for game 2. As usual, Rocket League players nice and swift with this. Yeah,
they don't like to waste any time. They want to get in. Listen, they got that freestyle training to go back to. We saw Spoods earlier drilling something for 30, 40 minutes. These Rocket League players, a little bit different of a mentality. They're testing out those mechanics, but going to have to put those mechanics to work now, especially if you're UdeM. You only have one more shot to avoid going down to that loser's bracket. You got to try to keep that winner's run alive. The Saints early on, a little bit of stop and go in this blue crease here. Christian and Spood seeing if they can maybe get anything going. Going to find that pinch at least as Christian. Now going to maybe go try to steal that boost away. Spood's going to be the one, or Ramen rather, going to be the one for that touch. Now Spood's on this defending side. Ball's a little bit far ahead of him. Maybe try to set someone up behind him. Zest going to be there for that counter. Mini Citra with a touch as well. The Saints still ending up with decent possession, all things considered here.
Yeah, and already about a minute chunked off this clock with pretty well nothing to show for it for either team. The demo comes through from onto Zest from Ramen. Christian follows this one up in the air, out to the corner. Tries to roll it out towards the center. It's a floater all the way to Spoods. This is a bit of a pressure reset here for the Saints. Zest pops it out to the air and right off the defender. Ramen finds that one.
Yeah, beautiful shot there by Ramen. Gonna smile away there, but a beautiful job. Zest makes a nice touch to save that one from going in. Mini Citra, though, just not able to link up their flute as well. They're so close to stopping that one. Just not able to cut that angle in time. A beautiful job to place that one where the defenders could not get there. Now that 1-0 lead going to be opened up for this varsity squad. 3.5 minutes to play. UdeM already down the first game, and a little bit of unfortunate circumstance going your way, and Ramen's going to find himself with 2 on the board. Going to have a nice little smile about that one as well. Just a nice little flick, the demo, and a little bit of a misjudge. Maybe not enough boost. However way you want to slice it, it's 2-0 lead.
Devastation coming through for UdeM right now. What was, all in all, not a very far out game has now reset back to what we saw in game 1, a 2-0 lead. UdeM backs starting to get pushed up against the wall as the time runs down. 3.5 minutes left just about, and the pressure from the Saints still non-stop coming through here. Don't tell me we see another one right off the bat. A pop from Christian. It's not going to hit it, just a little bit wide on that post. And
it's really strange. You don't usually see this possession time with this many pop shots. Usually you're going to see a couple of those shots, a little more mustard on them, a couple more cycles of the ball, a few more passing plays. It's just pop, 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 lighting up this UdeM net. Eventually, a couple of them have squeaked through. Mini Citron, maybe a little bit of a misplay there. You're going to be feeling a little bit sad about that one. Unfortunately, though, for that UdeM squad, that's going to be a 3-goal deficit. Things you hate to see right there, folks. Spoon's going to get credited with the goal. 3 on the board for the Saints, and UdeM got to find some way to get back in this one.
It's unfortunate when you see things like that happen. I mean, just off
Unlucky.
the defender, straight into your own net. Mini Citron, just probably wide mouth, just, I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
Now, Saints 3-0 the lead, only getting wider as some unfortunate circumstances come through for this defense. It's just it's how she goes some days.
It's how we like to say it, the way she goes sometimes.
It is what it is.
It is exactly Spoons. Flip reset, second touch off the backboard, but he wanted to get Ramen that hat trick he was looking for. That's going to be 3 on the board for Ramen. He's got to be feeling all smiles about that one. A great play from Spoons there. Going to fake out 2 of those defenders with that flip reset. Going to use that to set up Ramen right behind him in the wings. Hat trick on the board for both of these Saints teams today. 4-0 lead in game 2. UdeM, unfortunately, just maybe not having the juice they were looking for this game.
Ramen looks like he was going to be good for that follow-up, but Spoods
what
is
a
right
save.
off the crossbar. Bar down, save from Zest.
And I didn't mean what a save in a toxic way like the Rocket. Genuinely quality save.
Zest with a demo as well, putting a lot of work in these past few seconds. I mean, 2 minutes, still a lot of time to play, but a 4-0 lead. Oh, close to
What are these
5.
bounces?
These bounces are crazy. This Saints team, you know, all said and done, kind of getting unlucky off of these posts sometimes, but still 4-0 lead, looking to take this match here in game 2. Oh, not gonna let this one go to game 3. This unrelenting pressure. It's the resets is what we need to talk about. It's Zest trying to clear it, you know, Citron trying to clear it out of that, and Ramen is just suddenly back there in the air, dropping the ball down, a setup for Christian, a setup for Spoods, and the time is reset once again. It's another 25 seconds of pressure from the Saints, and rinse and repeat, and that has just been working out so well for them.
Yeah, and they just had to get the ball out. I think Christian just pool-shotted Ramen into that ball to send that one flying back the other way. So any way to Sunday, these Saints can get this ball out and set up these goals. They are trying to do so right now. Spoods going to leave that one a little bit behind him. Is going to get through a defender. Christian going to be there. All 3 of these Saints stacked on top of each other. The flip reset, or not the reset rather, the double touch off the backboard. Mini Citron going to be good for that goal. Going to get UdeM on the board. A beautiful play. Nice textbook. Great job to make that angle. Tucks that one into bed. 3-goal deficit, though. 50 seconds to play. You're going to need another one, and you're going to need it fast.
Theoretically possible, but going to have to be moving at lightning speeds here to try and find this one. Mini Citron demoed out of the game for a few seconds as well. Clear back out, and here's all the time being wasted from these big lobs. You see the seconds ticking down. Just spelling disaster for UdeM as they're staring down the loser's bracket. Christian gonna make sure of that.
Yeah, Christian all smiles over there as well. Once again, maybe a slightly unlucky circumstance there. Actually, Christian does make a great play. Goes off Christian, off another defender, off of Flu, and into the back of the net. So this ball bouncing off every single thing it can in that blue side this game so far. Luckily, though, these bounces have gone in the Saints' favor. Ramen maybe going for one more. The double touch is going to be all day long. And when it rains, it pours. What was once 5-1, now a 6-1 lead. 1 goal off that coveted Brazil scoreline.
Saints lock down this game in these last 30 seconds, securing it, making sure UdeM not going to have the time even possible to come back from this one, even if they're goal off kickoff. Eventually, it's going to run out. The demo comes through, the time ticking away. Saints looking at this next spot in the bracket, looking at possibly facing this academy roster in this next spot of the bracket. We're going to have to see how that one shakes out once this is all said and done, but Saints so close to this one. 1 more second, ball touches down, and that's going to be it. 2-0 here for their first game in round 2 of this winner's side.
Yeah, no trip to Brazil in game 2, but a result the Saints will take it nonetheless. 6-1, dominant fashion in game 2. Game 1, I believe, was something around that 4-1 scoreline as well. So they take a very solid team. They play better and better as that series gets on. They really show that final form in the end of game 2 there, and one step closer to that coveted Academy and Varsity matchup.
Coveted. I still have not casted one to
It's been
this
years.
day here. It has been a long time. Rocket League being, a previous team with 2 rosters is the prime candidate for it to happen before. But yeah, has not happened in a while. Would be really interesting to see, but we will come back after another short little break here. After all these rounds play out, we're going to see exactly who that next opponent will be. Will it be Academy? Will it be, I believe the other one was UBC was the other option there. Going to have to see how that game shakes out. But we will return to you with round 3 of this winner's side in just a few minutes.